Coming up at Bunjil Place in Narre Warren, March 1st and 2nd, is the Maoriland Film Festival. And it's my great pleasure to be speaking to the festival director, Madeleine de Young. Madeleine, welcome to Movie Metropolis.
Kia ora, thank you for having me.
Good to talk to you. Tell me about the inspiration behind this film and culture event.
So, Maoriland is an international Indigenous film festival that takes place in Otaki in Aotearoa, New Zealand, every March. And so, I've been invited to do a pop-up festival at the start of Topa in Bunjil Place and bringing an incredible feature film from last year's festival called Art Raw alongside a program of short films.
Yes, I've seen Uproar. It's such a good film with Julian Dennison and about the Springbok tour and all that sort of thing. It's a great choice, I thought.
Yeah, it was one of the highlights of the festival for us. And I think it's also incredibly, while it's based on a historical event, and the response of communities around that time of in 1981, the issues are very contemporary to the sort of conflicts that we still see today, particularly around race relations and community coming together or not. And so we thought it very important film to highlight in this program.
Yes, and what I love New Zealand cinema. There are so many interesting films being made in New Zealand, and I'd love to see a bigger festival featuring New Zealand feature films and short films. So you must have that same sort of feeling. Get the word out about New Zealand cinema.
Yeah, I think at Maoriland Film Festival, or when we host the full festival in Otaki, we attract 20,000 plus people to our community to watch Māori and other Indigenous films. It's a real celebration. And so I think this opportunity to be able to share just a little taster of the festival over in Naarm and with the community over in Australia is really special for us. We know that we'd love more of our films to screen more widely in Australia. So hopefully the audience really enjoys the films this weekend.
Absolutely. So tell me about the selection of the short films that are screening on the Sunday, because there's such an interesting list of films.
Yeah, we were thinking about what we could possibly share. We looked to our filmmakers from across Aotearoa and also the wider Pacific, Te Moana and Nuiakiwa. And so the program that we've put together is a range of short films that cross environmental issues, community, language, and also are very interconnected. There's a lot of stories by young people, and a number of these filmmakers are young filmmakers themselves. And it does take the viewer on a journey. There's documentary, there's drama, there's sci-fi, animation. And so if you personally, I love short films. I think it's a really vibrant way to experience a range of storytelling in a really bite-sized chunk of time.
Absolutely agree, and so I'm really thrilled to see this. And plus, we should mention there are other aspects to the event, Maryland Film Festival, on Saturday and Sunday, including music and other cultural events.
Yeah, so we're part of Topa, which is quite a big festival, and there's a few musicians performing alongside the screenings, which will be beautiful. I think Tyra Lewis is playing on Sunday alongside the short films, and then on Saturday with Uproar, there's Brianne Peters will be performing. So I think audiences who come along this weekend will be able to get quite a treat of experiences out at Bunjil Place.
Oh, excellent stuff. Tell me about Bunjil Place in Narre Warren, which is in Victoria. What sort of venue is that?
And it's the films will be screening inside. It's a big open space. I haven't actually had the opportunity to get down there yet because
Ah,
I'm stuck over in New Zealand for the weekend. But I've been
ah.
sent the picture and it looks like it's going to be incredible.
Okay. So tell me about the website and how people can book or see these films or events on the weekend.
Yeah, so they're free to attend. Oh, sorry, not free to attend. I think the tickets are $10, and all the information is on both the Bunjil Place website and the Asia Topa website. There's tickets available online to pick up and come along to the screenings.
Okay. Do you have, I must ask you, do you have any favorite New Zealand films?
Oh, that's difficult. I think it really depends on what you're looking for. I think this year is a really incredible year for New Zealand film. We've got a few incredible films coming out. We've got will be opening in cinemas in New Zealand in June, and hopefully will be coming across to Australia later in the year. We also are really, this is a bit of a cheeky one because she's actually one of yours, but at our festival in March in Otaki, we're really lucky to have a screening of a film called The Lost Fibre by Chantal Murray. So Chantal is she's an Indigenous woman from Australia, but she spends quite a bit of time just down the road from us in Pakikariki. So we're really excited to be celebrating that film coming out in New Zealand. And I think it's been in a few cinemas in Australia already, but audiences should keep an eye out for it. It's a beautiful animated film about Thylacine, who is on the hunt for his family.
Uh-huh. Okay, very good. Very good to hear that. I'm just thinking too, in the past, did you have historically any particular New Zealand films that or filmmakers who you particularly look up to?
Sorry, I think I might have just lost you for a moment there. Could you repeat
Uh
that question?
sure. No, just if there are any historical films or older films that you particularly look up to, including filmmakers.
Yeah, I think Coming Home in the Dark is an incredible uh, dark film that it really takes audiences on a journey. It loosely relates to state care, but is a bit of a rip-roaring ride. I think Vai and Wadu are incredibly stunning films going back some years, and also Cousins. Um, yeah, I think once you start looking across the range of New Zealand films that are out there, Māori films particularly, there is something for every taste.
Yes, exactly. And it uh, hasn't Taika Waititi been such a great representative of New Zealand? Oh, just frozen there. Uh, okay. All right. Are you still with us, Madeline?
Yes, I am. Sorry, I just dropped out for a moment.
Yeah, no, no worries. I was just mentioning if, I mean, obviously Peter Jackson, but Taika Waititi has been a great rep for New Zealand.
Yeah, Taika's work is it's known globally, and I think that's one of the. It's been beautiful seeing Julian grow since he first worked with Taika some years ago, and to come back to the scope and uproar. And I believe he might be in a big blockbuster that's coming out later in the year, which people should keep it out. Just keep their eye on his name.
Okay, all good recommendations, and certainly we recommend the Maoriland Film Festival on March 1st and 2nd, Saturday, Sunday this weekend. And we've been speaking to the festival director, Madeleine de Young. Madeleine, thank you so much for talking with me. Okay, it's still having some internet issues, but thanks, Madeleine, thanks so much for talking with me.